I never imagined a few photos could shatter so much. It all began when I started noticing Alina, my wife, growing distant. She was glued to her phone, messaging late into the night, chuckling at texts she never cared to share with me. I gave her the space, trusting her completely. But that trust started to crumble when I stumbled upon a picture of her and her boss on social media. His hand rested on her waist, both of them smiling a little too closely for what should have been. A work setting, I didn't confront her right away. I needed to be certain. So I started observing the stories she told, her habits, how she spoke about her job. She began mentioning her boss, Adam, more and more. How hilarious he was, how he understood her stress like no one else. The more she praised him, the more it turned my stomach. Still, I stayed quiet, waiting for solid proof. One evening, I asked to use her phone for a quick call. She hesitated, her grip tightened around it before she finally reluctantly handed it over. That hesitation was all I needed to confirm what I feared. When she stepped out of the room, I accessed her hidden photo gallery. Dozens of selfies, her and Adam at dinners, inside his car, even at what seemed to be a beach resort. None of it looked innocent. When I confronted her about the pictures, she laughed out loud. "You're seriously upset just because I took a few selfies with my boss?" she said sarcastically, rolling her eyes like I was being ridiculous. That laugh cut like a knife. It wasn't just insulting, it was like my pain didn't matter at all. That's when I realized this went far. Beyond a few pictures, it was emotional infidelity or worse. I looked her in the eyes and asked, "Is there something going on between you two?" She scoffed and accused me of being insecure, of making things up. But the way she avoided my gaze and got defensive said more than words ever could. Her silence screamed louder than any admission. That night, I packed a bag and walked out. I stayed at my brother's place, needing time and space to think clearly. I didn't call or text her. I wanted her to sit with the weight of her choices. When I told my brother everything, he was livid. He told me to walk away for good. But it wasn't that simple. 4 years of marriage don't vanish overnight. The next day, her messages flooded in. "Please come back." It was nothing. "You're overreacting." She twisted the story, tried to make me the villain, but the damage had already been done. Her lies had pierced through whatever love I had left. 2 days later, she showed up at my brother's house without warning. She looked drained, exhausted, like she hadn't slept in days. She begged me to talk, said she missed me and made a mistake, claimed nothing physical had happened, that it was just an emotional connection. "He just listened to me more than you did," she said through tears. That hurt more than anything else. I had tried, really tried, to be there for her. I worked long hours to support us, made time for our date nights, celebrated her smallest victories. Yet somehow she felt more understood by a man she barely knew. I said nothing. I stood up and quietly closed the door behind her. Weeks passed. I focused on myself, therapy, work, spending time with people who actually respected me. Alina didn't stop reaching out. She sent long, emotional emails and voice messages apologizing. One day, she even came to my job asking for just 5 minutes. I told security not to let her in again. Eventually, I filed for divorce, not out of revenge, but out of self-worth. A relationship built without trust isn't a relationship at all. She cried in court, told the judge she never meant to hurt me. Maybe that's true, but intent doesn't erase pain. Later, some mutual friends told me Adam had been fired for inappropriate conduct at work. Turns out, Alina wasn't the only one he got close to. She contacted me one final time, saying she felt used by him and regretted everything. But by that point, I was already gone, emotionally and mentally. Looking back now, it was never just about the pictures. It was the way she brushed off my pain, the way she laughed at my heartbreak, how she downplayed her betrayal. Those images were just the first thread that unraveled the truth, and I'm grateful I walked away when I did. Today, my life is calm and honest. I may have lost a marriage, but I gained clarity, and that's something her smile and those selfies could never offer me.